Hello, bass players. We're reviewing the orange little bass thing. And I got to start with saying Orange commissioned this video. They are paying for it. Anything I find is up to me, not to them. No one dictates what I say. This is a 500 watt Class D bass amp. One channel, pretty straightforward, but very small. Lightweight? It's light. It's in no way a tube amp. It's not a featherweight, but it's also not heavy. It's all orange, which means it's got some drivey, it's got some little bit of a growl, not distortion necessarily, but it's not a super pristine studio kind of bass amp thing for the jazz guy. Orange is all about rock and roll, so it's in there. It's packed with rock and roll. Features or controls as always limited, but brought to just the right things that you need. So if we look at it from the front, right to left. Input, which you can pad if your bass is too hot. There's bass. There's mids, mid frequency, and high or treble. This knob I love, which is the compressor. One knob compressor, and oh my god, is it good. Volume. We're not going to go crazy here because I don't want to kill my ears. It's on this, I got to check out what that is. It's a PPC, the cab is a PPC 212 with G12 Neos. So this is kind of a guitar cab, but it totally fits the sound. On the very left, we have a compressor foot switch input. So you can plug in a foot switch, it'll turn the compressor on and off, can be very handy. But as always, Orange, it's not in the box. You have to buy it separately, and the Orange foot switches, they're heavy, they're solid, they're super high quality, but they're not inexpensive. So why not have the foot switch in the box, Orange? In the back, if we look in the back, on-off switch, voltage switchy thing. You can dry your hair with this if you really pump up the amp. Speak-on outs, and it's kind of sad that there is only speak-on, there isn't quarter-inch, which means I actually had to buy the cable. Speak-on 2/4 inch in the cab. Not ideal. I wish there was also a 1/4 inch out if you're trying to run it with guitar cabs, or you need a speak-on to 1/4 inch cable, which of course is not included. Effects loop and DI out with the ground lift. Very simple. You can, of course, use the effects loop to go into the power amp, which I have done in my bass butler video. If you really want to get this to growl and be ultra brutal, watch my bass butler pedal video from Orange. So I'm miking this cab with the Lewitt MTP440, which of course, even though we got 9 cameras on, not a single one is showing the mic. Trust me, it's a Lewitt MTP440. It's an SM57-ish kind of mic, so I don't have a mic on there that's like super bass heavy. It has more bass than a 57, but I think it'll capture the sound just fine. This is a Sandberg Ken Taylor Basic 5, brilliant bass, and off we go. Right now, we're checking out the sound with the mic. We're also going DI, and we're also going to have a section where you can judge the sound in the room with some binaural microphones built into these plasticky ears, which are right there. And later on, you can put on some headphones. Please use headphones, and you can actually be in the room to kind of find out what does it sound like in the room. The mics are distorting a tiny little bit because this thing is brutal. It is what it is. We, of course, are sporting Cthulhu from Mr. Gugu. Link below. You get 20% off. I get nothing for that, but you get 20% off. And compressor off. Loads of mids there, which is actually kind of neat. We're gonna go straight to the compressor because I want it in. The attack you can get with that compressor is beautiful. It's this beautiful pop. It's unlike other compressors. That's all I can say. I don't know exactly what it's doing, but it's not a typical compressory sound. It obviously brings up the level. It obviously evens it out, but there's this beautiful pop on the attack. Let's see if I can get that little bit of a mid-honk down a bit. Why am I dialing in the mids? Well, because I'm trying to find out where the frequency is and then take it down. So first you dial it in. And then you dial it out once you found the one that you don't want. And I have no idea what I'm playing. So yeah, that mid shape or the semi-parametric EQ is really cool. So let's go into that again. Super different sound than what we had before. Let's go back to all centered. Let's go nuts! This is a very flexible EQ. And what I like about the amp is it has character. What I'm missing on a lot of bass amps is like, a lot of bass amps are loud makers for your bass, which is great if you have an amazing bass and you love the sound of your bass and the pickups and the wood and all that. But the bass amp is like, really anyone would do, because what they do is they make the bass louder in the most flat response possible, hopefully with a good EQ so you can tweak it a bit. But generally the bass amps don't really have character. And this has a very unique character with its compressor and with the shapeable EQ section, but it still retains its own sound, which you have to love or not. But that's the whole idea. You get the gear that you like. I don't think this is the jazz noodle dude's amp. It's the guy who wants to... It's fun. So we're going to go into the DI out. Well, this is what the DI out sounds like. Does the job, if you ask me. Now put on some headphones and listen to the 3DO fakey ear kind of a thing in the room. Hopefully it's not distorting too much, but it gives you a little bit of an idea of being in here with me. But you need headphones because that's what's giving you the sound. That's an empty string. I can do that. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's what it sounds like. It's amazing how the pick attack is there. The compressor really gets it out. They dialed in the attack release and all that shit that you don't want to deal with perfectly. The thing is, 6 something. I don't even know what the price is. They change. The links are below. Please check them out. Thank you, Orange, for having me check this out. This whole rig sadly goes back to Orange, which now that I played it is sad. That's the word sadly implied that. I want to thank Leslie for having to sit through this video and switch it for me. Thanks, Charlie, for being a friend and sending this over. Orange are a great company with great people. It's really amazing. Every time I meet Cliff, the founder, and his son Charlie and the whole team, it's a very welcoming family company, and I love to support brands like that. If you're a fan of the Orange sound and the color in general, and you play bass, check out the Little Bass Thing. I love the name, Little Bass Thing. It's little and it's a bass thing. Yeah, penis, insert penis joke here, whatever. Links below. Please use them, that really helps me. Also, please go to my Instagram and hit the follow thing, because I post things that are sometimes funny and sometimes not even informative. But Instagram helps too. Everything helps. Follow me wherever you can. There's also a podcast, Animals at the End, HP42, Animals at the End, with Michiel and Dave on Apple and Podbean and everywhere. Once a week podcast talking about guitars. Bye-bye, Animals at the End.
Till the sun goes out. Empty bottles on the dance floor. Ideas have died. I wish that I could understand more. So I won't stop trying till the sun goes up. My